Hello everyone, this is Adnan with Kenneth Trending Videos, and in this video I'm going to show you SCCm 2012 deploying software updates. So quickly, I'm going to go through the major steps here. So within SCCm WSUS, actually within SCCm, in order to deploy security updates, we need to install a special role that is known as software update point, where that is sometimes commonly known as SUP. In order to install SUP works with WSUS role within Server 2012. Without WSUS, SUP cannot work. So basically, Microsoft did not reinvented the wheel. They used the WSUS update engine in the background and provided new features in Software Update Point. Software Update Point is a role in SCCm, whereas WSUS is a role in 2012, so or 2008. So the process is this: SCCm uses WSUS and WUA, which is Windows Update Agent, to deploy update. This is on the client side already there. WSUS is not there. We're going to install it. We're going to install WSUS in Server 2012 first. So we install it, and then right after, once it is installed, then we'll install the SUP role, and then we'll configure the client setting and viewing client actions, and then we'll manage and deploy software rules. We will automatically see, we'll see how to configure the automatic deployment rules as well, and then we'll see the compliance reports. So let's get started. So here in my environment, I'm on SCCm server, and this is my client machine. Client machine is ready. Before you do all this, make sure that your SCCm client is responding, working properly. So basically, if you followed all the other videos, your client should be working fine. At the same time, my and SCCm should be working as well. Uh, so once we verify, now how do we verify? All I need to do is to open this SCCm console and make sure if this console is working, it means that your SCCm is connecting to the database and your SCCm SMS services are working fine. If you're not able to connect to this console and SCCm server, then it's an issue. So first thing is that your console is working. Second thing is that you should be able to see the devices on which you want to deploy the update. So this is my client, and I can see it in devices. And in devices, it is very important that you see it as yes. Yes means client is there. It is in this site code, and lastly, it is active. Now, if it is something like this is my DC, which is this one. It's off at the moment. If it is, let me actually switch that on as well. So if your client machine, like in real environment, you might not have just one client. You might have hundreds of clients and hundreds of servers. The main important thing is wherever you're deploying these security updates, there should be yes as client installed, and secondly they should be active. So which means this on this machine you cannot deploy anything because there is no client to start with, and since there is no client, there is no status or client activity. So first of all, we made sure that this is here. Secondly, in software library, the software updates will be configured from this place. So you need to go to software library and then go here, and then here you'll start seeing updates here. And before you start seeing everything here, let's start working on a WSUS role. So this environment does not have updates. I'm gonna configure them right from the start. So first of all, I'll go inside my server, within the server, and I'll highly recommend that before doing this, take a snapshot in your test lab. Take a snapshot just like I took a snapshot called before WSUS, because if something might goes wrong within your environment, you can always go back to this point without WSUS. And when I take snapshots, I take snapshots of all my environment so that everything is on one snapshot. So this is very important. If you don't, then definitely at one time or another you're going to learn the hard way, in which due to some corruption, you'll have to recreate the complete environment. So it's better to take the snapshot. As they say, prevention is better than cure. So just take a snapshot. So here, first of all, I'm gonna install WSUS role. So this is the very first thing that you need to do. So here I'm gonna go and right click at the bottom. This is WSUS. It will add some features, some stuff here. We don't need to select anything. We'll go forward here, leave them selected. WSUS will create its own internal database. You can also use this option if you want to create an external database for WSUS, but for now this is fine. Next, and here it's very important, where do you want to save the updates when they are downloaded? So I mean, you can save them on C drive, D drive, E drive, or whatever place, but being organized, what we need to do in order to be an organized SCCm admin, what I'll do is I'll keep them in sources folder. Remember, we created sources folder in previous video. We had applications here, tools here. So here I'm going to create a new folder in sources, and here I'm going to name them updates. So you update, and then this folder is already selected if you followed the previous videos. So here I'm going to go into update. Make sure you create a complete path. Make sure you create a complete path and copy. So here just copy this path, and then here just paste it. So remember to do these steps here. Next, once this is done, we'll say if it needs to restart, it will restart, and we'll start the installation. It doesn't take long for installing this. Once this is done, keep an eye on this flag. This flag is gray at the moment, but as soon as it is done, you would see it needs us to configure something. So I'm going to pause the video here, and once this is done, I'm going to come back. So it is done. It took maybe just 2 minutes. Here you can see there was no error, it's just finished, and I can close it or I can launch this. If you don't launch it from here, it will always show you here as well. It's the same thing. So let's launch this post installation, and it will start. Now sometimes this post installation might take long time. So I've seen with different students, they clicked on it and it took them forever to open. Let's say maybe 20 minutes, and maybe in some cases in half an hour it just kept on and on and on, and it gave error at the end. Now what you can do is, if you get an error at the end, you can restart the server, and after restarting the server, you can again see the flag. Just under the flag you would see launch, and launch it, and sometimes it works. Other times, most of the time after restart and relaunching, it will work. Now the most important thing here we need to remember, if this would have been WSUS without SCCm, in that case, what you can do, you need to configure complete WSUS. But here we don't need to configure anything in WSUS. We just needed to install it, and as soon as this post launch starts, we can cancel it. Once it is canceled, then all the configuration will be done inside the SCCm. This is what Microsoft. This is why we don't need to configure anything in WSUS, because everything we do in SUP in SCCm will be configured in WSUS. Now, so here configuration successfully completed. We'll just say close, and close this as well. Now here, when we went into sources, I just want to show you that it creates folders for its own. So it created these two folders, and in this it's going to keep the updates here. Here I don't have anything else, so once it is finished, and if it doesn't, just restart, come back here. We'll do just some basic configuration, but we don't need to do anything more here. Now within this, let's go into WSUS and let's see if it is properly installed. So you go here and within right click on this and then go to software update services. And what we are trying to do is we're trying to open this. We're trying to open this. So it is open here. It took few minutes. Sometimes what I do is I would go to next screen and then I don't need this and then go here. And here it says that it needs to sync with Microsoft updates. You go to next and next. Here I just want to run this once. Now this makes sure that you do have a connection between WSUS and internet, but this is not necessary because we'll not be configuring anything in WSUS. So even if you skip the screen, it's fine. If you want to do it, just start connecting, but it will take another 15 minutes or 10 minutes to complete this. So at the moment, I'm not doing anything. I'm just canceling this out. But here I know by doing this, I know that WSUS is properly configured. It is the console opens, it shows us, but there are no updates. This all will be done from SUP. So as far as WSUS, our task is finished. Now I'll jump on to SCCm. In order to install SUP, we need to go to administration. We need to go to site configuration. Under site system roles, we select the role, right click on this and say add site system role. Now from here, it is going to add a role. You go to next and next and next. So here on this screen we select software update point and next. And here now since this is server 2012, we'll select this option is it will communicate on these ports on server 2012. If it would have been 2008, we would have selected this is 2012. And here it says that should this work for internet client or intranet client, internet only internal client, internet or external client, or allow both. Here I'm just saying just the internal client. Now within this, you need to set up the credentials to connect to the WSUS. So this is where the SUP will go back and connect to WSUS in your network. So here we'll say use existing account, and in our case we're going to use the domain admin account. In other companies they might have a special services account for this, but here we're using Canis/administrator account. In this, it's just saying here sync with Microsoft updates. So for the updates, should SUP directly go to internet and download the updates? Yes, we're saying this. Or if you have a functioning WSUS server, you can also sync with your current SUS, but here then you need to connect to your WSUS server. In our case, we don't need this. We'll ask SUP directly go to internet and download the updates. Here it says do not create WSUS reporting event. We don't need this at the moment, so go next. Here, how frequently it should sync updates. So the syncing schedule will be 7 days a week, and it should create an alert for reporting system if the sync fails. And later on, I'm going to show you what sync is. Here, what you want to do with the supersedence behavior, if there are some updates that are already in your environment and Microsoft has released the latest version, what do you want to do with the older updates? So older update, we're saying do not expire superseded updates until software update is superseded for a specified period. We're saying keep that older expired update for 3 months. After 3 months, expire it. Or you can go with immediately expire it. Now this is to save disk space, but this is not recommended on servers in production environment, because sometimes some updates are used by some programs, even being older, they're used. So if you expire them immediately, that might affect your server. So we'll just to be on the safe side, we'll go with this option. Second, here, what type of updates you want to download? We can download critical, we can download definitions, download security. We don't need service packs, we don't need roll up. So at this point we're just downloading these 3 types of updates. Although You can download everything from Microsoft. It's free, but it will take longer time for you to download the updates first, and secondly, it will take a huge disk space. So for now, for this lab, I'm just downloading critical definition updates and security updates. Even I won't even go for this because it just takes longer time to download. So although you can select anything. Here, what type of products are you interested in? So here, what download? So these are all Microsoft products, and for all these products, you can download different type of updates. But at the moment, I'm only interested in Windows. So we'll go to Windows. Within Windows, I'll just select Windows 7, uncheck Windows 8. I don't have this. I don't have this one, or this one, or this one. So I'm gonna uncheck all these so to have a quicker download. Although I'm gonna go with 2012 updates. I don't need this, this, and this, and this, and this. Now the only thing why I'm unchecking them to have a quicker download and to kind of save a disk space. Otherwise, you can download any type of updates. Although in this we can also go and download any updates for System Center as well. But it's fine. For now, we can just go with Windows 7 2012 updates. So here, what languages are you interested in? If your Windows and your environment is in Chinese language, you can select them. So for now, I'm only interested in English language here. So uncheck, 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 and uncheck. Next, and here it will show us the detail what I've selected, and from here, if we just do full screen, it's just the next that I'm pressing. Next, now it is working, and it is configuring SUP. As you can see, first we connected to WSUS. Secondly, we are setting up the SUP. Once this is done, it is work in progress. So at the moment, I'm gonna pause the screen. If there is any error, I'm gonna again show you that error, or I'll just let it go. Okay, so it is installed, and so it just took a few minutes. So once it is done, all you need to do is close the screen. Once this is done, let's go and see what has been. So what we did, we just select. Oh yes. So just to see that what has been selected, what we selected, all we need to do is if you select the site, and if you need to make any changes to what type of products you want to download the updates, all you need to do is go to site and go here. Within this, actually now it's a bit slow because it started the updates. So before I show, or let me show you. Okay, so go here. If you ever need to make changes, go to site, go to software update point right here, and within this, as soon as you open this, it will show you what have you selected. So it is updating, it is downloading updates from here, from Microsoft directly. We are downloading these. You can select more. The products, you can select more. Syncing schedule every 7 days. So precedence is this, language is this. So this is what we did just. So you need to know where to make changes, where do you need to go to. Now let's open a log file. Or before opening a log file, let me go to software library. Within software library, here you would see if it has downloaded any updates, you would start seeing those updates here, but it won't be until I press sync here. But before that, let me go to the log file. So in order to see the log file, as we already know, we need to go to program files. I need to open that tool called CM trace tool. So let's open that tool, and I'm gonna pin it to start, and I wanted to pin it to here, task as well. I can do it from there, but for now, let me open this, and let me open a log file. Now there are two log files for SUP and WSUS communication. Actually, 3, 1, 2, and 3. These 3 log files. Now, as you can see, it is 12:45. They were just changed here. So this is the first one that changed, 41. And let's open this log file first. Now this log file is about the WSUS sync is running. So here it says it's running, it's starting WSUS. This happened when you installed SUP, and this is actually everything that we selected here. So it's successfully connected to this server, successfully configured with this, done some credential this account, and this is basically the log file. Let me just show you. So this WMC log file is the sync log file between SUP and WSUS. Secondly, we can go to the second log file, which is this one, syncing log file here. Now, if I go here within this log file, this shows this is waiting for the sync schedule. So I haven't started sync schedule. It's saying that it will do a next sync at 1:34. So if you are on this log file, wsync manager, we'll leave this open and I'll jump to here within software library and all software update, and let me sync it. As soon as you start the sync, it will say you will review the synchronization process by clicking this component, and I'm going to show you this place as well, because you can see the sync within monitoring, and within monitoring you can go to component status and here, as well as we can see that log file as well. So let me run it first. So I ran it, and here now you will start seeing changes here, because it is initiated from SUP to WSUS. It is initiated, and this log file in few seconds you should be start getting entries here. It might. So here, let me put it on this side, and here next schedule. Why did not start syncing, perform sync? I did enable syncing. Sync will try next 15 minutes. Component status. Okay, here one more thing that is required. You must have internet on this. So actually this sync is with Microsoft. So this has to, remember we synced SUP to get the updates from Microsoft. You should have internet on this machine. So let me at the same time check internet. If internet is working. Oops, what happened? Because if internet is not working, it won't work. Okay, so internet is working. So internet is working, meaning internet is available on the server. But still this is not working. Let me rerun it one more time. And now I'm not looking at, actually most of the time it is almost immediately that you start seeing changes here, but it's not coming. Maybe it's just a bit slow. Let me reopen it. So I'll go to start here. I'll go to CM trace. So CM. This one. Let me pin it to my task. So I do see it here and reopen that file. So it's being a bit slow, meaning it is doing something. Okay, it is still sitting here. So guys, working with SCCm, you have to have a lot of patience. Now let's go into monitoring. I think it's just not showing the status. It is working, as I can feel the machine is slow. let's go to monitoring here. It's not letting me click. Let's see how my machine is going. In this, it shows percentage. Okay, CPU is 100% used. So that's definitely why this is not showing. So definitely lot of things are happening in the background. Now, and basically, if once it refreshes, you will see that it is connected, and it's downloading all of the updates. So at the moment, it's going to internet. Now, and here it's not letting me do anything. Now there is a way to check that if it is working or not. That would completely interrupt the download. What I can do, so just to see. So I'm gonna disconnect. You don't have to do this. This is I'm just disconnecting both network cards. So whatever is happening on this machine will fail. You don't have to do this. Just wait. So and this CPU should drop down. And memory is actually reaching huge. And I'm surprised to see that this server has only 2 GB of memory. I should give more, as my host has a lot of memory. So let me give more memory to this. So memory, let's give 8 or 6 or 5. So I'm giving just more memory to this machine so that it starts. But I have 24 GB on my machine. So memory in few moments we will see. So it has 5 GB. This will all adjust itself. So now I think if I look at this, here I see CPU is still 100%. What is using actually SQL database. Okay, that's fine. If I look at the monitoring, and within monitoring I'm looking for the SUP sync status. I need to go to within monitoring content status. So content status I think is in system status, this one here. So here this is a content status of your lot of things. Here it says SMS WSUS configuration has some error, and other than this says sync error. There is a warning on this one. If you double click on this, it shows you show messages, show all, and here let's see. So it shows us one moment. Shows us a warning, WS sync not found. So this update source is not found. Please refer to SCCm log. Okay, hold on. So this is it. This is that, and here it's not. There is no change. Let me restart these network cards. Overall, my site is working fine. Overall, this site status meaning a lot of these things are okay. The components themselves are working. And as soon as the CPU gets a chance, there's something making it busy. So you know what, at this point what I'll do is I'll just restart this server. So because there is something, I don't know, maybe it is not WSUS, it might be something else. We'll just restart this SCCm server and I'll come back, start the report. So it's restarting. Now sometimes we do need to do this because at this point I know that WSUS is installed. At this point I know that SUP is configured. I clicked sync, so most probably that was syncing, that was maybe that was the bottleneck, and I increased the memory as well. So I thought that it's better to restart this machine and I'll see all those processes again. It's just starting up. Okay, server has restarted, and let me log in. Once we log in, so it's logged in. Let's open SCCm console. At the same time, let's open the CM trace file as well. Hopefully database is not that busy. So I'm opening this. Let's see what happened. So here it says thread terminated. So there was a thread terminated. There was a thread going on when we restarted it. It was terminated because we restarted the machine. Here it's again back to that syncing state. SCCm is starting up. So if this console, because I opened the console, if this doesn't start properly, then it means that there is something wrong with SCCm, but hopefully in our case it should work. Let's look at, and with SCCm it's very normal that you need to keep an eye on the progress. It is again went back to 100%, and the process that is in use is SQL Server NT process. It is adding something, working on SQL Server. Now SQL Server, where the SCCm database, most probably it is writing something to the database. It's fine. We'll have to have some patience. We'll show some patience. Yay. Okay. So it is starting up. Let's go back to where we were. And where we were was we needed to see that what happened with this log file. So here, and let me go back to software library and go back to all software updates. So software updates here, this is the place. Once all of the updates are downloaded, you should see all of the updates here, but it's empty. Let's sync it again. So sync software update, next, okay. Now the only purpose of syncing this, it needs to go to Microsoft website and basically download the list of all of the updates and put it here. And here, wake up by SCF. It has just happened now. Went back to next schedule is 134. It is not updating. It is somehow hung. And it's all because of the CPU. What's happening with my host CPU? So CPU host has a lot of CPU. What happened to my disks here? Let's see. Actually, I have disks, but maybe it is just few MB free. Let's open resource monitor. Here, let's see CPU. Within CPU, it gives us a bit more detail. Just the SQL. And SQL is eating up our space. Now let's go to SQL. Let's see one thing here. SQL. Let's see. Well, in real environment, you'll have to tweak SQL as well, because SQL is a resource-intensive application. It uses resources to its max in servers. So that's why most of the time we keep SQL Server separate from SCCm server or any other application. So this is my database, the SCCm database. Let's go inside, go to properties, and within properties I'm looking for files. No, I'm looking for options. Database size of this. Can't change anything at the moment on this. My CPU is still busy, which basically creates a bottleneck. So you know what? I'm gonna wait until this goes back to normal, because otherwise it won't let us go anywhere. So I'm going to pause the video here and try to see what can be done, and then I'll come back with hopefully with a solution. And actually, so at the moment what I think is this cannot get better unless whatever process is going on, it finishes, and then it would let the CPU go back to normal. So I'm going to pause the video and see that how long it goes. For now, what I did, I created a sync job, and that sync job is sent to the SCCm server. At this point, I'm pretty sure that it is going to internet and trying to download the update. But what we can do is we can look at that other file as well, waiting for. So this file is not doing anything. It is successfully connected to the WSUS server. Let's look at this other file. And let's see what's happening here. Here, nothing special happening. It's just running the sync. And so basically the main file that we'll be looking at is this file, and should we start seeing changes in this file. So I'm going to pause this, and let's say if it goes back to normal in 15-20 minutes. Sometime it takes hours. The main goal of this is that once this all syncing and everything is done, it will all sync, and then you will see many things, many updates here. So I'm going to pause here and come back. Okay, finally. Okay, so what it did, so this is the log file. It went on, it started syncing as soon as the CPU was done. Then it went on performing sync local, and here it was downloading all of the updates. So here you start seeing syncing updates, this and this and this, and it goes on and on and on, and it gives some error messages as well. But basically this all can take about 4 or 5 hours. So if you're doing it, or it could be less. So as you can see, it's huge logs that are going on. So I'm just pressing down, so it downloaded all of the updates. Now once it downloads all of the updates will be shown here within this screen. Software library updates, it happens due to sync. Now once you have all of these updates here, all you need to do is create a software update group. First of all, we need to select a criteria, create a update, create a software update group and deploy them. So basically updates are all here, and if we go see our sources folder, so let's go and see sources folder here, go to sources, updates, you would see all these updates within all these folders here. So um, so first of all, you see all of the updates, so all the updates are here, as you can see. Now there are many updates here. We don't need all of the updates, we just need some special updates. For example, for my Windows 7 machine, I need to install some updates. What I can do, I can either select some updates here, create a software group and deploy it, or I can select one update and deploy it. It's all up to how we do it. So what I can do, I want to show you how to create a criteria of certain updates. So here I'm going to say any update that is required, and then any update that is product. So I'm going to say Windows 7 as a product, and here we can also select supersedence no. We can also say severity is critical. So let's now here, so the required less than equal to, enter valid character. I think this goes for true, and required. So what is, so required can be 0 or 1. So here we can say if it is 1. Secondly, the product here. So product we're going to select from the list. So we are only interested in Windows 7. So let's go down and say Windows 7. Secondly, I'm only interested in critical updates, and supersedence I'm going to say yes, and then search. Once you search this, it should come up with a smaller list as compared to the other. Let's see how big is this list here. So this list is 26 updates. Now 26 updates will take longer time. So what I can do is I can just select few updates here. This update, and maybe let's select just few updates here. And also there is or we can select all of them. Let's select all of them, right click. What we can do, create a software update group. We're going to say this is Windows 7 critical updates, create. Now it is important to know that this is just a list. The updates are not downloaded yet. This is just a list from the Microsoft. Later on, once we deploy, then it will create a then at that time it will download all those updates, and I'm going to show you where those updates are downloaded. Okay, so it is creating a software update group. So it is created. Where do you see it? You will find it here, software update group. Once software update group is created, so this is software update group, and here we can go and say deploy, or you can download. I can initiate a download here as well, or I can deploy. So let's deploy it. It's still a bit slow, my machine. CPU is still busy. So here, first of all, this is what I'm deploying. My collection will be Windows 7 machines. So I'm going to say this with 2 machines inside, and next. Here these updates are required. So here the state messages. I want to see both success and failure. Here as soon as possible. Here installation deadline will say as soon as possible as well. So there will be time based on local client. Next, here it says display in Software Center and show all notification. You can display Software Center all notification for computer restart. Then we're going to say software update, installation, and system restart if necessary. And next. So here now this is saying to create a package. Now there has to be a package created. So what this will do, this will download the update in this special place. So we're saying that create that download, so browse here and then connect to the same server, because this is my server where I have sources folder. So canet SCCm 01, enter, and then I'll connect to sources folder and I'll connect to updates. Here I'm going to create another folder where I need to see all Windows 7, this special software update group updates downloaded. So Windows 7 software update group 1, and then here select this folder. It is done. So this is where it will be downloaded. Sending priority is medium. We'll keep it medium. Here distribution point, so it will be distributed to our only distribution point here, and done. And here it's saying download updates from where. Do you already have updated updates downloaded somewhere on the internet, or download now from internet? So we're gonna say internet English, and then this is the summary. These are the updates that will be downloaded. Actually, you know what, these are so many updates, it will take so much time for this to be downloaded. We should have done maybe just few. Okay, let's let it go. So now this can take maybe 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on how many updates it needs to be downloaded. So now it is working. It is now trying to connect to internet. Once it is connected to internet, it will download the updates, and here in this folder you will be start seeing updates. So here you will start seeing folder being created as it goes on. Now updates. So there will be updates being downloaded. So it's for now it's a bit slow. Let me pause the screen here, and then once it starts, I'm going to show you the progress. So it started processing. I just wanted to show you that it's processing. It's very slow. It started, and you can see on this side, we see this is updates are being created as this process goes on. This is the folder where it downloads all of the updates. Now once everything is downloaded, then it will be deployed. So I'm going to pause the screen here. We're going to see many folders created here, and as it goes on. So have patience in your computer as well, and I'm going to just pause. Okay, we're at 34%, and as we can see, updates are being downloaded in this folder. It's on 34%. So that's the reason why I was trying to kind of getting a less number of updates, so to have this process faster. But for now, since it is going on, we'll just let it go. So it's gonna take maybe another hour before it is ready. So I'm gonna pause the screen, and as soon as as soon as it reaches any error or it stops for anything, I'll start recording. Okay, reached 50%, and there are still 50%, so meaning another half an hour for this. Okay. Okay, so it just got finished, and it has downloaded all of the updates. So as we can see, here I see that this deployment is finished, and these are all of the updates. So now let's close this. Now once this is closed, since we did the deployment, let's go to this group here. Let's see the deployments. It is being deployed on Windows 7. Let's go to monitoring, and within the monitoring, let's see the deployments. Within deployments, we just deployed this, and here it is just deployed here. You won't immediately see that it is being, so this one, as this sees 100% compliant, so this is 0% because it is being deployed at the moment. Let's see the distribution for this. So go to content status for distribution for this software package. So this is the package. It made a package. It is distributed and it was successfully targeted to one machine. View status. Within view status, it is targeted asset 1. So it is distributed to this distribution point here. Now let's go to our client side. So on the client side, now as soon as you start seeing these updates, it will give you some errors as well, because maybe some updates might require machine to be in a full version, and this is the evaluation version. As I just the error that I closed, it might be due to that. But let me go down to configuration manager here, go to actions. Let me just once machine policy. Let me run software update deployment and also software update. So these all cycles are working at the same time. Let me run. Sometimes you need to run more than one. So for now, the most important ones are machine policy and this. Now, so this is run. Most probably when I was checking, it was already run on this. Let's see. And the other thing that I want to see is the software center. So let's go here, software center on the client machine. We need to see any indication if the software updates were pushed to this machine. Let's see, software center is being opened. Let's open task manager as well here. And overall CPU is fine. It has this one software sitting. Other than this, it has this software being installed properly. I don't see anything yet here. So, and going back to services, going back to nothing significant here. Now at this point, this machine should be querying back to, so here, 4 important update messages. So this is basically open action center. It's saying update Windows Defender, software setup, software update important. If I go here, let's see, it's saying Windows updates, software center, and let's see if this has anything to do with internet. This machine has no internet. It is only connected to the local network. Let's go here and say update now. Now it is updating, and basically where is it updating from? It is updating, for now it is checking for updates. And let's see the history. The history was allowed items. It is for now scanning. Home, update definition file, check updates now. Quick scan. It was done at 2 a.m. Turn on firewall. Let's see, firewall is off. All firewalls are off. So basically, let's see the package. Let's go back to deployment. Package, where is our package? Our package is here, and package is not gone anywhere yet. Just like we see that this one was successfully deployed, this one has been successfully in 2 places, but this one is not sent anywhere yet. So let's see. So this deployment was sent to this collection that has 2 members. Go back, and so the collection is fine. Now I'm trying to troubleshoot that why is it not being deployed. The collection is fine. Software updates. If I go to software updates here, it shows me many updates are part of this update here on the client side. Still and exit. Still nothing on client side. We can go and have a look at some log files here. Now within this we can go to computer, C drive, Windows, SCCm. Because those are so many updates, it will be downloading those updates. Log files. Let's see the most common log. What are the log files that have been touched? So CCM notification was just touched at 52. Let's check this out. And here, if we go down right at the end, it says, so these are just messages of keep alive. Those messages were going back to 419. So nothing in here. Let's see status message. In status messages, if we go down, nothing important here. So I guess we'll have to wait more and see that if it is applied. Or what I'm gonna do is, what we can also do, we'll leave it as is, because we don't know if what is wrong with this. We can select one update here. Let's see, let me select maybe a Windows. This is IE10, because there are many updates that might not be applicable for this machine. Let's try this update. So let's download it first. So download. So this update is being downloaded. Okay, so deployment package. Create a new deployment package. We'll say one make a package. It will be saved in the same location. We'll go into the not on client. Need to go on a server. Man, SCCm requires a lot of patience, a lot of check. Whatever we are doing, it must be checked. Okay, I think we got our problem. Our problem is that this client somehow got disconnected from the. Oh, our domain is down. Okay, so that's the reason. The DC is down. SCCm is not able to send anything to client. Okay, so that's the reason. So wow, see, one main component is down. And how do I know? So I accidentally tried to connect to CL. It should have been connected seamlessly, but here it asks me credentials, which means that there is nobody to verify those credentials. And since there is nobody to verify those credentials, and I don't know why this is shutting down, maybe it is expired. I need to just maybe run the slmgr command to extend the evaluation license. So that's the reason why deployment didn't went through. It is starting up. So again, let's check. So for now, since I'm making that thing, I am I'm making that small package with just one update. SCCm 01, connect to this, connect to updates. Here I'm gonna say create one update. So I'm just saying create one update, select, and next, and here it should be distributed to a distribution point. And next, so it is distributed. Next, we'll just let it go, and hopefully this should be quick. So it is being downloaded. Actually, you know what? I would have checked one more thing, that if it was downloaded previously when I downloaded the others. So maybe we would have not needed to download this. But for now, let's let it go. Here DC is up, and here I'm gonna initiate that thing again. Actions, machine policy, software report. Oh no, not that one. Software cycle scan. Let's see. Okay, and it is still trying to download. Oh come on, it's just one download. While this is going on, I'm gonna go and deploy this because it is downloaded. It says yes in front. It's downloading that software. Yes, can't deploy it unless this is finished. We can't cancel it once this is finished. So again, I'm gonna pause. Once this is all done, then I'm gonna come back to this again. While we can go there, can initiate basically anything in Software Center. Nothing. So now it is provisioning that update. Download. CPU is still busy on my machine. Maybe it's time to restart the host, because sometimes the host is not. Okay, so all the selected software was not downloaded properly. Warning, security update for Windows 7 software downloaded. Okay, so this was not downloaded properly, so it's fine. What we'll do is we'll try another update. So let's say this one, and let's deploy it. While I'm deploying it, let's deploy it to Windows 7, and next, and next, and next, and next, and next, and here I'm going to deploy this. It's working. Let's see. Now, since there is no need to download this because it is already downloaded, so I think that's the previous error message as well, because it was already downloaded. We don't need to download it. Now, once this is, so here this is ready to be deployed, and basically this is the update that we're working with at the moment. And in terms of deployment, this update is being individually deployed here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel the previous deployment. Maybe that is not going through for some reason, and so this is a complete group deployment. So here, in order to, so this is, I need to go to software library, and I need to select this complete software update group. I guess I need to get a second part of this video. PC is working. Here we see nothing in here that is available, and I don't see anything at all coming from. Let me see if this machine can connect to SCCm server. SCCm01. It is able to connect. It is able to connect. Now let me see if this login is working. Yes, login is working, so everything seems to be fine. The only thing that I can think of is just restarting this machine. Whereas on this side, On this side, I have CPU busy again. Now, definitely I need to restart my host machine. So I'm going to stop this video here, and I'm going to continue at part 2 of this video. And then I'm gonna complete this update deployment.